augmented reality thing, you know, where I would tell everybody the first part of a joke, but you'd have to pay to get the punchline.
Oh, is that right?
Just leave them hanging.
They're just coming in.
Boom,
aren't they?
boom,
They're
boom.
coming in like that.
I got my idea.
Look who's here. Rory Cutaia, CEO, founder, chairman of Verb Technologies. By the way, their stock symbol VERB. You can go to verb.tech. And what an exciting company. You know, it was almost like, I said out there, I've been saying it, Zoom caused COVID.
They did this.
Because, like, follow the money.
He did this.
Who benefited? Verb Peloton,
And
Verb Technologies. If you think about that, the topic right now is, as we open up this economy, is, you know, is the popularity of Zoom going to go away? Is the popularity of these digital sales portals, or the digital sales, live stream selling? And I would argue, based upon just even here at this studio, who's contacting us, it ain't going anywhere anytime soon. I mean, and you guys must be, I mean, you're the tip of the spear. I mean, you're that opener indicator. We can ask you, based upon your popularity, orders, subscribers, everywhere else.
users.
Is it the same?
Yeah, it is absolutely not going away.
That's something.
It is continuing to explode. And the reason is because people were forced to discover that this technology is available and exists and is as effective as it is. Because without the pandemic, that would have taken some period of time for adoption to take place and accelerate. The pandemic was an accelerant for what's going to happen.
Wasn't it almost like you've been telling people this all along?
I have been.
Like,
Now they're listening.
Yeah.
well, because again,
Yeah,
they
now the
had
guy's
to.
cool, right?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, there you go.
Talking on that live selling here, we were just talking about, Russ and I had a fair amount of keynote engagements before the pandemic, and all of a sudden that was the last house on the street. It really was. I think indoor entertainment and live events like that were the ones that are going to be coming back last. Well, now we're starting to get booked for that stuff, but I can tell you also, the live stream events have not stopped at all. So translate that to folks traveling to go see people to sell, because you guys are right in that ballpark there, where you think it's going to be a different blend that we've never seen before based upon live streaming and one-on-ones?
Yeah, there's no question about it. People have become accustomed to using Zoom and other kinds of video conferencing platforms because it's super convenient. Right. It's less expensive. You could do 5 of those, in an hour. You can only do 1 trip a day if you're getting on an air.
Oh, God, yeah.
So you are far more productive, far more profitable using this kind of technology. Our technology, of course, I'm partial to it, but anyone who's looked at it feels the same way. Far superior, because when you've got them engaged, you're on a video call, you're on 1-to-1 or 1 to 10,000.
Sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Those people, when their interest level peaks, click on the screen and bought my product or whatever it is that I'm selling. That you can't do with Zoom.
And the little bugs that are in there, I did a showcase as a humorous speaker.
Which is tough to say, by the way.
Yeah, it's just a comedian without, cussing. But what happened was I just didn't hear any response to what I thought was a joke. And so in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, that bombed. I better talk faster and move.
It's a different way to communicate, isn't it? You don't get the immediate.
Not for entertainment.
Yeah,
but I think
I could see that.
Yeah.
Because you need that audience feedback. You need to hear them. So
that's why one-on-one I like that when looking right at the guy on his
Because
computer.
when the guy doesn't give you a response, you know it's
You
bad.
know it. Yeah. Or he froze up like. What?
But depending upon how many people are actually participating and watching, you can have microphones on. If it's too many, obviously that doesn't work. So you can get that feedback.
We'll run that back to the shop and fix that up for us,
problem.
entertainers. And
Give me a few minutes.
This
I'll be
is-
right back.
Well, so
piped in laughter.
So let's talk about Verb Technology as we talk about the top down here. Pandemic has accelerated remote work technologies. I think we're going to see this change our workforce, just like 9/11 changed the way we travel. I mean, that changed work travel also. This is just a different angle. Has the evolution of sales and marketing technology hit its peak for now, or are you guys back there in the lab figuring out the next best thing? Because now, if you look on your website, not only do we have verbLIVE and direct selling, you even got a life sciences portal. I mean, you guys are getting really granular. Is that that only going to?
So let me answer the second part of the question first. We've got scores of mad scientists in the back room that are coming up with stuff that's going to blow people's minds, and I'm not kidding. I'm dead serious. But no, this is just barely scratching the surface of what's going to happen here with live stream.
Yeah.
Just barely scratches. There's so much runway ahead, so much growth, so much greater adoption. I mean, this is going to change everything. This is going to change how people consume all content, not just selling stuff, any kind of content, entertainment, everything. It's going to change it all.
Well, you're also, let me make sure I got the date right. Aren't you doing a live stream to highlight your live stream?
Wow.
Coming up like tomorrow?
Well, it's not ours. So yes, I'm speaking at the LD Micro Conference,
Right.
which they should be using our technology.
Sure.
They're highlighting your live stream e-commerce application while you're live streaming.
First of all, let me just give these guys a plug because they're super bright guys.
Yeah.
Chris, phenomenal managers, entrepreneurs. They've got a great company, and I feel privileged to be invited to speak and present my company at LD Micro. Now, what's really interesting about it is that this was a conference, one of the best conferences for entrepreneurs presenting their companies and investors, but now it's virtual, obviously.
Yeah.
But whereas before, when they did the conferences in person, maybe they had, I don't know, a couple of thousand people show up for it. Now they've got invitations out to 5 million. You're talking about...
Doesn't that make
Yes.
the point that it's costing less to reach more people?
Yes.
Why the hell would you ever do a live event ever again?
Exactly. So I'm very excited. I'll be presenting tomorrow at 9 a.m. Pacific.
Wow.
And so check it out.
Almost like you're going back in time. You're doing a live stream, presenting live stream technology.
Yes.
Weren't you talking about selling stuff right away on like I was thinking of having just a little show where I walk into the kitchen. Well, the pan is $40. The spatula is $10. His hat could be bought.
Even in the context of an investor presentation, right? Because
Yeah.
there's 5 million
Right.
investment
Right.
managers and individual investors watching
Right.
this thing. I would be able to say, look, if you're interested in our company, click here, download our latest filing.
Right.
Click here to check our current
can't do
stock
that
price.
live.
Yeah, I mean, exactly right.
Right.
Or you like this tie? Bing, bing, you can order it right now.
Exactly.
Or will there be a confluence of,
That's right.
we're watching you on stage at the next LD Micro Conference or Roth Capital Conference live, and we have your agenda or your deck here, and there is a more information button. And so, I mean, there's your next thing. See? One of the bad signs.
Yes,
I know.
there you go.
He'll be busy after he gets done with his show.
Can you talk about, real quickly, the difference between verbLIVE and some of the other platforms? Because that's a specific platform that you guys talk about on the website. Talk about that a little bit.
verbLIVE?
verbLIVE.
As compared to our other products or other products in the market?
I think other products in the market because it is.
And what are they?
Well, there is a bigger, better. I mean,
we don't want to give them a plug, but
verbLIVE can expand revenues through streaming. That's not a common statement. There's a couple other folks out there that are trying to do this. Talk about that for a moment.
So look, you've got Zoom, right? And people use Zoom for everything now. They instead of making phone calls, people are on Zoom. So which is great for us. That enhances adoption. The difference between Zoom and us is that with our technology, your audience, your viewing audience, the participants on your video call can click on the screen to download documents, download your ebook, download whatever it is that you might be selling, buy your product, one click, they just bought it. So that is really, the main difference. But we've got other products. We've got our Verb CRM product. We've added verbLIVE to it as an additional enhancement.
Can you white label that verbLIVE to other? Would you ever consider
We do.
that?
No, that is the largest source of revenue for us is white labeling our applications for other large enterprises around the world.
Loft 100 Live? Is that what you're thinking?
I don't know what we could offer. Stay right there. Rory Cutaia staying over. President, CEO, Verb Technology, VERB is their stock symbol, verb.tech.